Yeah, hi students, Maliki here. So we're going to start our Concrete Building 2024 series here now. And if you check your Yammer, I haven't posted this yet, but I will do it. This is the link to download your Revit template file. Okay, so you click on this, download. It'll ask you where you're going to place it. So I would suggest you place it somewhere smart. I've got my all Revit folder here, and I've created a TECH2204 TDS concrete project. So I'm going to place the template file in there. Okay, and there it is there. All right. So that's task number one to do that. Now, when you have that done, you're going to go to open up your Revit, and you're going to go new. Now, do not make the mistake of going open. Okay, do not open this template. This template, you're going to create the project from this. Okay, so you go new, and you're going to browse to where you have the template stored. Okay, all Revit and name, and I'm tech. Here it is here, and I'll select this one. I'll go open. It's a project here, and I'll go open from there. And okay, so I'll go through various different elements of this with you now, but the first thing you're going to do is do a file, save as a project, and again you'll save it back into that folder there where you can find it, and it'll be the standard naming again, so it'll be your name, 2204 TDS concrete CONC or ET concrete project 2024, or you will do a concrete project number. It's number 2 that you're doing. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to save that. Now, you'll notice that up in the top up here, the title of the model will change, and that is grand. That means we're all set. There you go. So our project is now created and it's set. So let's go through this. So what I've got here is, you can see that that is an image in there. It's actually a PDF, all right, of the basement. I brought that in, and I've set up my interpretation of the grid lines. Okay, it might not be your interpretation, but it's my interpretation of the grid lines in around the basement here and the core area there. If I go into the ground floor plan, you can see I've got the PDF in here as well. And notice that these are the grid B and 2, right? And 6 and E all refer to the building above ground, okay? And I'm working to the inside face here. I'm working to the inside face of that. Okay, and then if you go over to your first floor plan, again, now the grids are carrying up, and I've got the PDF here. And you can see that the other grid lines I've added in here would be through here, because that's going to be a structural wall in there, and through here, that's going to be a structural wall there. Okay, so that's how I've set it up. This is this little anomaly where this wall steps in the basement, it carries through, but up here it steps in here. The other walls more or less stay the same as well. These will be kind of structural in here, but I'm not going to make special grids for them. I'll work off the existing grids in order to place those. Okay, and then finally, I think it's on the south elevation. Yeah. So I've got a PDF in here, and it's noticed that all my PDFs are pinned in place. So if you need to move them, you need to unpin it and move from there. And you can see I've got my levels set up here. I've got basement, ground floor, first floor, and so on, according to the information that Pierce has supplied here as well. So that's your setup. You might need to tweak these things. It's quite possible that the basement might be a little bit deeper, whatever else, depending on what you have worked out here. All right, depending on what you have worked out. So going back to the basement there. So what I'm going to do is I'm doing an in situ cast concrete building here. I'm going to leave the precast to the panels on the outside. All right. Now I know some of you are doing some precast elements, flooring elements within your project, and that's fine if that's what you want to do. But I'm not doing two models for you. I'm doing one, and I'm going to do the structural frame. The primary building elements are all going to be in situ cast concrete. And the only precast that I will bring in will be the precast stairs to the internal side, and then the panels on the external side as well. So you can download that, tweak it as necessary, depending on how you've laid out grids and how you have set up your levels and things like that as well, and be ready to go, because I'm going to start producing some videos now in terms of construction techniques for the basement and the rest of it as we go along. Notice as well, just before we go, what I've got here, my grids are a little bit different to what you have seen before, because they're red and they're dashed line. And over here you can see in the drop down box I've got an engineering grid and I've got an architectural grid here as well. That's why these ones are coming up like so. And I'll probably want to position my columns via those engineering grids rather than the architectural, and we'll get into that more as we get along. Okay, so that's your starter, and follow along then with the various other videos I'm going to be delivering to you over the coming weeks.